looks like I don't, but I do. We're starting off a little bit late because I just got bit by a bunch of mosquitoes, and the mosquitoes out here are gnarly. Like, not even joking. So, I have like 5 on one leg, and the other leg I have 1. So whatever, I'll take it. But, you know, I had to deal with that situation, so I just had to handle that really quick. Because it is a situation, and I was like dying, like literally dying. Not dying, but dying. You know what I mean? It's just, ugh. So, got me some ice packs on my legs. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do the Wheel of Names again, because that was fun. A lot of people like that, and I like it too, you know? I think it's fun, it's a good idea. So, we're gonna do that. If you're new here, hi. If you're not, hi. Missed you guys. What's going on? What time is it where you guys are at right now? We'll look into that. We'll look into the Wheel of Names, and we'll get you guys going on that list. So again, if you're new, I'll probably repeat this a few times since you guys, Destiny and Sanch, you guys are not new, but I'll probably be repeating it a couple times, you know, in the first few 20 minutes or so of this thing, because people don't know. It'll be like, you know, returning subscribers, of course, you're going to be added, and new subscribers, you know, just subscribe to the channel, join us, and join this list, and you can get on it, and we can see what's going on. So we can see who gets picked. Who does the wheel want to pick today? Who needs a reading really, really bad? How are you guys doing? 2:34 a.m. or p.m.? AM or PM? Ooh. Jesus. Sorry. I was like dying right now. Because of the mosquitoes. Skaters. I was like, oh my god. Not literally crying, but it was like bad. It was like, it's gnarly. It's just so bad, and you just don't know what to do. It's like, if anyone has that issue, I found out that if you bathe, like crush up vitamin C, like crush it up with a hammer, put it in the bath water, and it works so much better than like vinegar or anything else they say to use. Vitamin C. But I did it last night and it didn't work for me, so I really don't know like what to do now. Like, fucked, I guess. But so it looks like I'm not wearing a shirt. I guess I'll just stick back here because it looks like I'm wearing a shirt back here. Okay, so let me get you guys on the list to start off, since we are still waiting for people to come and join us tonight. What was that? Okay. Let me go get my phone. That'd probably be a little bit helpful here. Oh yeah, here's a little inspiration too. I love this candle, and if any of you guys out there are Virgos, then all the better, because first of all, it's a Virgo candle, but then it says this: never stop believing that fighting for what's right is worth it. Love that. It's like, hell yeah, okay, Virgo. Fuck yeah, I'm down with that. Okay, let's see. We're just waiting for a couple more people to get here, you guys, so that we can get this list going. And yeah, because it's still waiting on people to get here, because it's kind of just like, there's not much of a point when it's just 4 of us, you know, because then it's just like we could just do everybody. Maybe that's what we'll get to do. Wheel of, oh wait, not Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Names. Again, Wheel of Names. I don't own it. All of you guys right here, right now, you know this, so I really don't have to say that. Okay. Destiny. Sanch. Kritika. Destiny, Sanch, and Kritika. Okay. We might just start with you guys because fuck it, right? Shuffling. All right. Sorry. Sanch. Okay. So let's just start, you guys. Let's start ahead of them because I'm a little impatient. It's kind of late. I'm sure people will come on because this is a good hour for me usually, you know, pretty late for some reason. But for some reason we're starting off slow tonight. Chris Brown Network. Okay, we got you too. Hi. Make sure you're subscribed and I will put you on this list here. What we're doing, Chris Brown Network, is this thing called the Wheel of Names, okay? Put you on this wheel and spin it, and it'll pick for you. So, you know, whoever needs a reading the most, it knows. So, stick around, and we're going to spin again. Right now, I just chose Sanch, so I put you on the list, and let's continue. Okay, Ayush. Yes, I added you, Ayush. Okay, so, Sanch. Is Sanch not here anymore? Oh my god, that'd be funny because she got called. So what happens when you guys get called and you're not here is I'm going to take you off the list, but then, I'm not on the other platform. I usually have like a 30-second countdown thing, but we're not there right now. I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to be skipping you if you're not here. But the thing is, when you come back, if you want to be put back on the list, yes, I'll put you back on the list. And what's cool is that usually the wheel will pick you again. For some reason, it's kind of like it knows that you're supposed to be the one who gets the reading. So it's not gonna, well, it's not, it doesn't happen every time, but it happens almost every time. So come back, like if, you know, don't worry if you were called already, like you can be called again. So what I won't do though is go back, like if you come back, I won't go back and be like, okay, wait, let's give you the reading. You'll have to wait till you're called again, but usually that's what happens. So we're gonna skip Sanch for now since she's not here. Darn, okay. So, Destiny. Whoever's here right now, can you just like say anything in the chat so that I know like who I'm talking to? I could have just waited a little longer, I guess, but I don't want anyone to like get bored. I mean, you know. Okay, Chris Brown Network. I used to love Chris Brown. It's funny. Like, I used to listen to him all the time. Okay, Chris Brown, Kritika, Destiny, Ayush. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and spin again. Because I don't think there's anyone new, so let me just go ahead and... Kritika. What's your question, hon? Can I get a general reading, please? Yes, of course. Of course you can. We want to pick up on her generally, her general energy here. What do we need to know? What is the most important thing to know for her right now? What do you want her to know generally? What do you want her to be aware of? And What do you want to be brought to our attention right now for Kritika? Hope. Okay, so you could have lost this, you know? This could be something that you've kind of lost recently, you know? Like, don't give up is what it's saying, because there's still hope there. Like, have faith in your abilities, know that things can pull through. Like, anything's possible, basically. Like, just believe in yourself, be positive, and don't give up on something, okay? So let's see what else. And also, this could represent an Aquarius in your life. So it's possible there's an Aquarius around you, friend, lover, or maybe there's not. But if there's not, then I would say that it's talking about, you know, have faith in yourself, have faith in your abilities and in the universe. Yeah, because you've been waiting for something for a long time. And it could feel like you're waiting in vain, but I don't think you are, because it's saying there's hope here. So for whatever reason, there's hope. I mean, here we do have that it's something from the past you can't really let go of. You could be kind of spying on the person, or maybe they're spying on you. But there could be some kind of, like, indirect communication, you know what I mean? Like, through other people, like, maybe they're asking people about you, or maybe they're just not directly talking to you, and it kind of seems like you're here now. Like, you know, you're not asking about them, you asked for a general, but, like, say you had asked for them, that's kind of in a way, like, spying, right? Because you're not directly talking to them, you're kind of, like, asking about them on the side, you know? So they could be doing that to you, or you could be doing that to them, or maybe both. But this is something from your past, and it is something you're waiting for. It doesn't have to be a person. But since the star card is here, I don't think you're waiting in vain. Even if, like, it's a person and they don't come around or something, ever, like, they actually don't do that, it's still saying that, you know, have hope and have faith in yourself, because there's a reason this is happening. So it's like there's something good that's going to come out of this, and that's just what you need to realize now. You still have this energy about you. You know, I feel like you're a very caring person, you're a very nurturing person even. And it's just hard because when you get hurt, it hurts, and that's anybody, but it's just, you're very soft in a way, if I could say that without, you know, offending you. I just mean, you know, you're very sweet and very nice and very caring, and so this really kind of got you, and that's why you're on this journey, or at least it's advising you to be on this journey now, to be, hi you guys, I'll add you guys to the list right after this, just make sure you're subscribed, and I'll get you on this list, okay? So, yeah, it's just, you know, you going on this journey, a personal journey, trying to figure out yourself and trying to figure out what's fulfilling to you. The danger here is that you could be looking outside of yourself for these things, so you don't want to do that. You know, you want to understand that it is within yourself that you can provide this to yourself. But we all do that from time to time, and that's kind of what it seems like you're doing, even though this is an emotional thing, and it's kind of a thing that we all need to do from time to time. You know, it's just a phase you're going through where you need to, like, find yourself and find what makes you feel fulfilled in a, like, genuine way. But you know, you could be looking outside yourself for that fulfillment, so that might not work. I mean, you might have to try something else, but it's a good idea to go on this journey, because you need to at least understand what it is that you do want and need that would make you feel fulfilled in the first place. A lot of people don't know, so that's something you need to do. Okay. So it's kind of saying, like, this is about you more than anybody else. You know, it's not really about waiting for someone. It's kind of like the universe is waiting for you to kind of, like, figure out what you actually are looking for, you know? Because you really don't know, I feel like. Like, you really don't know what makes you feel fulfilled or what you'd want in life. You might think you do, but do you really, is that real, though, you know? Is that genuine? And I'm not talking about, like, a job. I'm talking about, like, a way of life and just, you know, a perspective of life that you can be fulfilled with and happy with. So, okay. So you're on a journey. You need to go on this journey and kind of find yourself a bit. What else do we need to know about her generally? Yeah, see? You're ready for this adventure. You're ready for a new start, a fresh start, something exciting, something adventurous, something fun, a little bit of risk, you know, not really letting things from the past hold you back or make you feel too worried to move forward. Like, you're not scared. It's about having a good time and just being free, you know, and just enjoying life. So do something fun. Also, though, it's funny how it says that and then it says the Page of Wands, because don't take it too far. It's basically what it's saying. Like, don't, like, not think before you do something, okay? Make sure you're thinking before you do things. Like, don't just, like, jump into things and be getting yourself in a bunch of trouble. Like, think first, because it kind of seems like maybe you're not going to be doing that. like you're gonna be like, okay, I'll have a good time, and just like get arrested, or you know, like it's not saying you're gonna get arrested, but it's just like still think before you act, okay? Because you could take it too far. You could do something before you think about it and be like, oh, I regret that, you know? We don't want that. We don't want there to be more problems on top of this new exciting thing, you know? We don't want this to be associated with a negative thing. So have a good time, enjoy your life, and just kind of get out there and do something fun. But also find yourself, like, do things that you actually like doing and figure out what those things are, because it's likely that you don't really know what exactly you're looking for in life that would be fulfilling. We have the King of Cups, which is beautiful to get with the Queen of Cups here, because that means there's a possible connection here that could happen. It would be with the water sign, probably Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The two of the same suit, that would mean a relationship, a couple we're talking about. So it's possible that you could attract somebody who either is very supportive to you, or maybe this is just supportive people, but I feel like it's a couple because it's the king and queen. That's usually what that means. So king and queen couple here, it could be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe you're a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it's definitely a person who's, it's all about genuine emotion and genuine connection. So that's good. And it's also matching that, you know, nurturing and loving side and caring side of yourself. So it's perfect. There could be a new connection coming in for you possibly. So keep your eyes out for that. So yeah, it looks like there's something you can't let go of. Just have hope, keep faith, you know, and also know that you're in control of your life. So this is saying, like, have faith, but also know that, like, if you want something to happen, you can make it happen yourself. Like, you need to go and make it happen. And this is kind of advising you to go and take action and do something fun and new so that you can have that life and you can have that experience instead of sitting there and, like, waiting for it, like it's saying you've been doing. You've been waiting, and that's not what it wants you to do. I don't like this card because it kind of seems like it's just saying wait for shit to happen, and I don't think that's a good idea. You need to make things happen. So yeah, keep your faith and keep your hope and keep your faith about yourself, and know that it's not all gonna be like the way it is forever, you know, but you have to get out there and try something new and do something different in order to have something different. Okay, so time for new exciting experiences and finding what really makes you happy. Okay. Okay, so let's add a few more people to this list here. Okay. Sakina. Make sure you guys are subscribed so I can add you. Sakina, you. Nazrin. Jahan or Jahan, I don't know. My vowels are kind of screwy. Jessica. Abby. Zahira. Okay, I think I got all you guys. Okay. So I'm gonna shuffle a little bit. It lets me like shuffle. Ayush Nemesis. Okay. Go ahead and post your question and we'll get started on your question, okay? Ayush, if you're here. What does S Gemini tell her friends about me? Okay. Connect with Ayush, please. We want to know what their friend, who is a Gemini, says to other people, her friends about them, about Ayush. What can we get in regards to any communication spoken about her to others? That's so funny that you said that too, because Geminis, you know what that means. Gossiper. usually. Not always, okay, but that's what they're associated with, Gemini, like gossiping. I mean, that's not the only thing they're associated with, but it's one of the things, so it's just interesting that you would say they're a Gemini. What are they saying to their friends about me? Okay, this has kind of thrown you for a loop, I feel like, and you're kind of contemplating, though, like, whether or not to feel that way about it. Maybe that's why you're asking this, because you kind of already know. One second. Sorry about that. We're looking for our cat, so when I heard the cat fight, I was like, is that my cat? Anyway. I'm saying it's thrown you for a loop because it's, you know already that they're talking shit or something. Something that's thrown you for a loop. Like, you're like feeling bad about it. It's kind of like, the reason I say, sorry. The reason I say that is because here, something's changing in your life. Maybe you trusted the person, you didn't think they would do that, and they did it, and you're like, wow, like, this has changed some things, you know, like, really significantly, like, in a huge way. But you're still wondering, like, am I tripping? Like, you're weighing your options here. You're like, how should I even look at this? You don't even want to see it this way, is what I feel like, you know? It's like, but the tower has been caused by this because changes need to be made. You said you used to be in a relationship. So it's kind of like changes needed to be made, but they weren't made. And maybe that's why you guys are no longer in a relationship, is what you're saying, right? Maybe that's why. Because the tower comes out when we don't make changes we're supposed to make. And it comes out because it's going, look, you are veering off from your path now. And you need to stay on that path. So in order to make you stay on that path, I'm going to make everything change in your life. And it's rough for a lot of people because, I mean, that's a bit dramatic. But it's rough because it's change and people don't like change. So however comfortable you are with change, you know, the more comfortable you are with it, the better. Become comfortable with it because it's happening. Change is happening. And so you don't want to believe it, you know, it's kind of like you're back and forth on it. Like, you don't know, like, really how to see it. You don't know if it's bad or good. Like, am I just tripping or you know, are they just an asshole, you know? And I think that it's pretty valid for you to ask that question because the tower here is pretty much saying, like, this has changed some things. I think maybe you can't really trust them as much as you thought you could. You can't really, you know, it's changed things about the way that you feel about yourself, about them, about life. I mean, it's hard. You know, so this means it's not going to be lasting too much longer. I don't think. I mean, it's kind of like a thing that it's not going to be a long-term thing. It's kind of a thing that comes in and it leaves, like, just as quick. So that's good. And even better, you know, you have the Chariot. So this is a Cancer card, but also if it's no Cancer in your life or you're not a Cancer, it doesn't have to be. What it's saying though is that you're taking steps forward to improve your life and to go in a certain direction to kind of, take action and just, not sit stagnant, not sit in any situation, whether good or bad. You're moving forward, you're progressing, you're going on. So that's good. I feel like this is going to be quick for you, shouldn't last too much longer. What are they saying though? Let's see if we can find that out for you. If we can find out anything specifically that these conversations would be about to the people they're talking to about you, or even if they are. Six of Pentacles. So somebody's talking about how they helped you out, or maybe how you helped them out, or maybe how you didn't help them out. I mean, this is kind of an exchange of, it's like a give and take, right? But really, in this card, it's talking about she's giving to these two that down here that are kind of needing help, or maybe they're homeless, or whatever it's supposed to mean specifically in this card. You can see that the woman standing is like able to give what she has it to offer, and these two down here kind of need it, and so really it's not talking about a balance of power, it's talking about an imbalance. So she's talking about she or he is talking about basically how there was an imbalance of power, how one person helped the other more or didn't help the other one, as much as the other one helped the other. So whether or not that's true, it's what's being talked about. So let's see if we can get anything else. Also, there is the Devil here and the Tower again. So big changes needed to be made. It's likely that they're also talking about how changes needed to be made in the relationship and those changes weren't made. Like they were waiting for you to kind of take action in a certain way and you kind of held them back, or like you couldn't do something that they wanted to do, so you guys couldn't do that, like progress together. For example, you couldn't both move out and get an apartment, or you couldn't both like keep a steady job or something. It's like there were just things that they wanted to make happen and progress further in the relationship, and you couldn't do that, is what they're saying. So they're kind of, I guess, blaming you in a way for that. And there is also the Devil. So the Tower came out twice, which tells me this is definitely a fated connection, a connection that's basically it happened for a reason. It's for you to learn something, and probably many things. But it's not something that, it's not a little thing, and it's not unimportant. It's not something that's just happened for no fucking reason just to hurt you. No, there's a reason, and it's basically you're going to learn from it. And, I know you probably hate to hear that, but you're going to learn a lot from it. And the Devil here just says that there was toxicity in the situation, and maybe that's what they're talking about too. But, maybe the toxicity is them, and they're just not really, trying to put themselves on blast. You would know better than I do what, the situation really was. So don't forget about that. Don't forget your truth. Don't forget the reality of the situation. No matter what anyone tries to tell you, you know what you went through and experienced, and you know what happened. So don't let this make you go crazy or question that, because here with you kind of going back and forth on this, you're still wondering if you're tripping or not. You're like, is it just me? But you know how you feel, and I just want to encourage you to remember that. Don't forget that, okay? Don't go back on yourself, So good luck to you on that. And of course it will get better, in the future. Really, it's about, since the Tower's here twice for you, it's really important that you make certain changes in your life that you've needed to make. These are not changes that are going to be like, what are they? It's like, exactly what they are. So make those changes. Is even one of the changes could have been, having her out of your life. So, I mean, like if you've been like, I need to leave this person, or we're not working out, like we need to break up, and you didn't, and now it's happening, count it as a blessing, consider it a blessing. And start doing the things that you have needed to do, because I know that there are things, and you do too. So you need to start doing those things, because the Tower came out twice. And that's what the Tower is all about, baby. Making changes. Because it will happen. Even if you don't want it to, it will happen. So might as well just go with it, Might as well just make it happen before it makes it happen for you. Then it's real uncomfortable. And we don't want that. So Sarah X... Charlie Bear. Of course, Ayush, of course. Okay, let's continue. shuffle a little bit. Yay, Nazrin. A new person. Cool. Nazrin, are you here still with us? Okay, so go ahead and ask your question, and I'll get started on that question for you. Happy to have you here joining us. I know you're new. I see you. Thanks for being here. Really great community we've got here. It's awesome. Everyone's really nice and supportive, so. I'm not a fan of Tower and Death Guard. It's funny you say that, Ayush, because the Tower and the Death Guard, I would hate to get those cards too. Excuse me. I would hate to get those cards too, because it's just like, damn, I have to make changes, nothing good. Like, from what it's suggesting is, fuck, it's going to be difficult, kind of, I got to do something. You know, it's not just like, oh, you're going to have a bunch of money, you know. But the thing about it is, like, those things are good. Like, the Death Card is not bad. It's basically just saying, like, change and, you know, certain things that you need to do and to better your life. So it's just kind of there to help you, you know, it's not there to hurt you. But a lot of people hurt themselves because they don't make those changes, so. Okay, so how does RS feel about me? We're in a very low contact situation. Do you see us reconciling someday? RS, how do they feel about you, and what is the, you know, what does the future hold between you if we can find that out? What does RS feel about Nazrin currently? So it's a bit toxic. Were you guys lovers? It seems like you guys were lovers at some point, and it seems like the devil's here. Gemini and Capricorn is what I get. Doesn't have to be those signs, but I'm just letting you know that that's what the lovers and the devil represent, so it could be in the situation. But if not, we're talking here about, you know, there was a bit of toxicity, and I would say it was a relationship romantic, or at least it wanted to be, or it, you know, we were lovers, you said, so yeah, I mean, lovers. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty straightforward. But yeah, there was some toxicity there. Maybe somebody had an addiction. Maybe somebody had a quick temper. I mean, it could be anything, like toxic or negative, you know. He took a break from me. So, okay, there was some toxicity here. There was some kind of like thing. Maybe it's even talking about the sexual relationship was really great. That could be the devil too. But also it could be talking about you now. Like you feel a pull to them. You feel like you can't just break away. And in a different deck, in this big deck over here, it shows, like, better. There's usually these two down here, these two people are, like, chained to the devil character, and that's kind of what it is. It's like this hook. Like, you just can't just, you know, you can't just, you know, shake it off. It's something deeper than that for you, and it's really difficult for you to break from. So that could be what it is, too. Just feeling binded, you know? Feeling like they just have that pull on you. It could be uncomfortable. So he was in and out of my life. Now he has asked me to stay away from him for a while. He's dealing with a lot. Gotcha. So, of course, you feel like you don't want to do that, right? And you're waiting. Like, should I wait or should I not? You know, you just don't know if it'll ever be again, if it's worth waiting for, because you still want the situation to happen. So, makes sense. Okay, we do see the Ten of Swords here. Ten of Swords. Long distance relationship. Someone was kind of betrayed here, or maybe it's you who feels left out in the dust. Like maybe you feel kind of like, you know, he dropped you and it was just kind of like that, and you're like, that's not cool. You know, you kind of feel like you were left for dead in a way, you know. 10 swords in the back. Didn't see it coming, happened suddenly without you being able to say or do anything about it, and you didn't have any say in it, and it's kind of feels unfair, you know. Have faith in him for what, though? You know, it's like, it's very vague. Okay, so let's see here what, it's like that's kind of leading you on, don't you think? Unless he means that, but of course you don't know, you know, it's like, what are you not in my life for then? That's just how I would see it, but if I were you, I'd probably do the same thing, because when you're in the midst of something like that, it's just, you wait, I guess, or you don't, but you shouldn't. I don't know whether he's telling me the truth or not. He's blocked me on WhatsApp too. Yeah, why would he block you? Why does he need to do all that if you really have faith in me? Why? You blocked the fuck out of me. What do you mean have faith in what? Like, that you're don't want to talk to me? Like, I don't get it. What do you... Anyway. Weird. So, that's maybe why the Ten of Swords is there too, because maybe there's a little bit of, he's not really being straightforward about what is really going on. It's kind of like he's, he's not... He is betraying you without saying that. He's just telling you nice, he's, letting you down easy. So, let's see here. What is, he feels currently that, there was a toxicity within your guys' relationship, and maybe that's why this couldn't be, whatever it was that he felt like was toxic. Let's see if we can find that. Verify the Seven of Wands, please. It keeps telling me that you guys are going to get back together. I mean, I hate to say that because I don't like to tell people that and have them, Because, okay, remember that anything at any time could change. You could even choose, like, fuck that, I don't want to do this again. You could change that for yourself. You have free will. You don't have to do this, and this is not set in stone. Because both of you in the situation have free will, as everyone does. So anybody could change it at any time. But right now, it looks like... At first I was like, well, what's toxic about the Wheel of Fortune? There's going to be, a good omen to them maybe coming back and offering you a connection. Then we have a little bit of a, hesitation here. Somebody who's being defensive, thinking people are against them. Maybe they think you don't understand them. Maybe they just think, like, you just need to stay away for now, right? Like they're saying. That could be what that is, pushing you away unnecessarily. Because here, a lot of times when people think, these people down there are against them and they're throwing their wands down, they're really not against them. They're just maybe disagreeing with something they say, and this person just, like, thinks it's taking it all wrong. So maybe they just need to be alone right now. But basically, yeah, that's definitely them pushing you away. But this is what comes out after. So, I mean, Two of Cups, it's... Maybe that is what it's saying, is they feel like you couldn't understand something, or even if you felt like, what are they talking about? We are fine, It seems like you guys have a connection, like Two of Cups, like you guys see eye to eye, you connect, you understand each other. So for him to think that, I mean, I feel like he's just kind of seeing that in a way that's not accurate. I mean, I don't think that you don't understand him at all. I mean, with the Two of Cups there, it's like, that's kind of what that's saying, is that you guys connect, you see each other eye to eye, you have the same likes and values and, desires, wants, needs, whatever. Not exactly the same, but I mean similar, like it's, you get it, That's the devil right there. You said, I'm stuck in this loop for a while now. I tried to move on but couldn't. That's the devil. That's exactly what I mean by that pull. You feel chained to the situation. Like you can't just even break it off even if you want to. And that is difficult. But you can, okay? But the thing is, it does seem like you guys do still have this connection there that's still there. And like I said, I don't want to tell you that just because of how long you've been waiting. And you said right now, I just love him even though he hurt me. And I just want to challenge you to challenge yourself, and think about, like, what is it then that you really, why do you love somebody that hurts you? I get it, we all do that at times. It's not like you're alien. We've done that. We've all done that before, but it's just like, to hear somebody say that is, to me, I feel like you aren't living a life that you could be living, which is more fulfilling than to be waiting for somebody who has hurt you, who is not making it up to you, or not really doing the right thing to make that right. Make sure that they're doing that. Make sure that they do that if they do try to come back. Don't just take them back, and because you do have to value yourself too. You know what I mean? You have to see that you're important and you don't deserve that. So, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I'm just letting you know that, to hear you say that makes me feel sad. You know, I don't want you to just do it just because, you know, no matter what he does. It's like it does matter, but not judging, but just saying. It looks like there's some kind of connection still between you. So let's see what this is going to form into, if anything, in the future here. What do we see with this Two of Cups? Can you tell me what this is meaning? Why are you showing me the Two of Cups for these two? Okay. Oh, you're going to love this. Okay. Okay, so they could offer something stable to you. Like, you guys could manifest something, okay? You know, this is talking about making shit happen and bringing and having all the tools you need to make it happen. So it's just really them doing it, you know? Because you're ready to go and they can do it too. It's just kind of like they have to, you know, meet you there. So maybe they just need a little time right now, but basically this shows that you guys can move forward together. You can make shit happen and manifest something that you want. You know, you can make it happen. Kind of like the magician. Poof, it's there, right? So start thinking about it. Start manifesting it in your own mind if you feel like you need to. Just start thinking about it. Positive thoughts, you know, things that you want, things that you need, and don't settle for anything less. You know, don't like be like, I need this in a relationship, and if he doesn't do that, well, fine, I'll just deal with it. No, these are things that you manifest and make happen, and, you know, you can't make anyone do anything, but I mean, then you'll know he's not the person for you if that's the case. And the last thing here, we have the Devil again. So you guys are manifesting something, yes, but this guy's still here. So there's still something about this that is not healthy or is toxic. And it's probably even more so talking about your pull to them is so strong. It's like you probably would allow certain things that you probably shouldn't. So just keep that in mind, that you have that tendency, okay? Because it's good to know that about yourself, that it's not, you do have a choice. You don't have to put up with anything that you don't deserve. And that's kind of what it's saying here, is that maybe that's what you're going to be doing. There may be a commitment here, but the thing is, the Devil's there too. So it's kind of like, you need to watch out and figure out what that is, and kind of like try to put a check on it, you know? Try to keep everything between you balanced, healthy. Of course, that's what we all want, ideally, but there is something here that's a bit toxic, and I don't like that. That's not a good feeling, that the Devil's there at the end going, you're going to manifest me. You know, he's still there. So, I mean, it's just a tricky thing. It seems like it's a good thing. I know you're happy, but the Devil is a tricky, sneaky motherfucker, so he doesn't want the best for you, you know? He wants you to be doing what he wants, right? And I'm not talking about the guy you're with. I'm talking about the Devil in the situation. So maybe it rubs off and says, you know, it affects him and makes him kind of like selfish. I don't know. Or just expecting you to just do whatever he wants. I don't know. But it's there. So just know that. Okay, Pragya, or Pragya P. Hi, you guys. Make sure you guys are subscribing, and I will add you to this list here. Priyanka. Okay, got you guys. Okay. So let's shuffle a little bit. See, it allows me to shuffle your guys' names. Oops. Priyanka, are you here still? Angela, yes, I'll add you. Just make sure you guys subscribe so that you can get on this list. Everyone likes the wheel. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks. I enjoy it too. Okay, Priyanka, just ask your question, and I'll get started on that for you. my god, these things are sour. Yeah. Yes, you are, Sarah. Here's everyone on the list right now, okay? Trying to get it to focus. It keeps wanting to focus on my hand or me in the background, which is like nice and all, but it's like not when I'm trying to show you something. So, hi Levith. I'm good. How are you? How are you? Okay. So let's see. What are the true feelings? Yes, I just added you. What are the true feelings and intentions of Sultan for me? Sultan? For me. The true feelings and intentions of Sultan. To Priyanka. Okay, tell me his energy towards her, his feelings about her currently. And his intentions. What does he intend to do? What is the situation here? Girl, you got to get out quick. I feel triggered by these types of readings. It's like, why do the cards feel like I'm the one who needs to tell you these things? Like, because I hate that, you know, that it would end like, that would be that way, but I so hate to say this right now. I just hate to, like, be so, like, guess what? It's fucking shitty, you know? Like, and this is his intentions? Like, he's planning already to leave you heartbroken? I don't know how else to look at that. I mean, it just seems so straightforward, and that is shitty. That's horrible. Let's see what else. Anything else we need to know about this? I mean, just in general, what do you want us to know? Like, what do you have to say for yourself, Tarot, about this? I mean, you're just gonna leave it at that? We need to know some things. Explain or give us some advice or something, please. There's fighting with more than one person. Could be their family, your friends, their friends. There's more than one person involved in this. Not necessarily romantically, although, you know, it's possible, but I feel like it's just more like your guys' people are communicating with each other in a very hostile way, or there's tension, okay? There's just tension, like, between a lot of different people and you and them, you know? It's like the people you guys associate with. It seems like it, yeah. It seems like he's ready to kind of take a break. Unless we're talking here about he's, you know, that's what I felt when I first saw it. Like, he's intending to do this, and he's intending to travel, he's intending to leave, he's intending to go away, make some distance. Maybe he's lost, you know, family member or friend. This is talking about loss, heartbreak, you know? So it's possible that it's not related to leaving you, but that's what I felt when I first saw that. It kind of seemed very clear. And if that's his intentions, like, if it was, like, death of a loved one or something, he wouldn't have that intention. He wouldn't know that that's what it's going to be. He wouldn't feel like that's what it's going to be as I'm going to leave. You know, it seems that this is intentional, and that to me seems shittier than, you know, than the other option. So, I mean, if he's intending to leave, then it's kind of, yeah, it's mean. What is he trying to do here? Why is this... What is his logic? Strength. Leo? Make a decision. Is there a Sagittarius or a Leo around that you know of personally? Because it looks like they are... their logic here is strength, which is Leo. Making a deliberate decision, you know, like making it, not really considering, like, it's not really the thought process anymore. It's like, no, I'm doing it. And So he's been thinking about it for a long time, I guess you could say. Maybe it's between two people, and then we have a Sag here. And if it's not Sagittarius, it's talking about harmony, it's talking about balance, and, just having like a positive, uplifting kind of experience, like whatever the energy is positive and uplifting. He's trying to find that, it's possible. Trying to find that strength and trying to find that happiness in his life, basically. And making a decision to do that. So that's his logic here. He doesn't feel happy. He feels like you're holding him back, maybe. Even if you're not, which, you probably aren't, but who knows? With the way you're shocked, it kind of seems like you're not. He's Pisces. Okay, I'm really not surprised to hear that. Wow. That kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? Pisces can be fickle like that with their emotions. They can be like, they can feel that totally makes sense, actually. Because they could feel a certain way for a long time and not tell you in a relationship. And then, like, all of a sudden just lay it on you and you're like, you've been feeling this way the whole time? Like, they don't, like, you wouldn't know. They just keep it to themselves, kind of. And that kind of seems like that's what's going on, because with how you're shocked about this, it's like he's already knowing what he's going to do and how he feels, and he's not communicating that, which is not cool. So maybe you can approach him, communicate with him. You said he lost his aunt a few days back. Okay, maybe it's related to that then. Okay, maybe it's related to that then. Okay, because that's possible. It could be he's feeling so hurt and heartbroken himself through this loss that he's going to be making some distance. Maybe he's going to travel for the funeral or something. He's going to take some distance. Okay, maybe it's not about you then. That would be better, right? But yeah, again though, same thing. He's trying to find happiness. He's trying to find strength. That would make a lot more sense with the death thing. Yeah. So that's good. It's not necessarily about you. But the thing about it is that, it doesn't seem like he's going to be very close to you. Like, it's not really about you guys. It kind of seems like he's going to have to take some distance. You may just have to let him do that. Just let him know you're there, supportive and everything. But just allow him to do that, because he needs to do that right now. That's what he feels like he needs to do. But let him know you're there and everything. Maybe he'll take you with him wherever he's going. But there is some kind of a distance here, that he's going to be traveling possibly for the funeral. And that makes sense too with the fighting, with the tension with more than one person. It's probably related to the death, because when people die and people have to like look through belongings and just, get together on things like that, there's fighting a lot of times and there's arguments. Makes so much sense with that. So, yeah. That's a little bit of a lighter note, but that sucks that he lost his aunt, of course. But it seems like he's going to be, okay, so taking distance then, meaning he's not going to be communicating as much. He's going to seem a bit more withdrawn. So, yeah, just let him know you're there, and that's all you can really do. I mean, if he needs to take some distance from you, allow him to do that. Try to just be understanding, of that. Because sometimes that's just what people need to do. It's just too much, for them. You don't want to, like, push it and get them to really, like, want you to leave them alone. Okay, so just allow him to do that. Give him a couple of weeks, days, whatever. Let him know you're there and you understand, that he just might need some distance right now, and that you're there if he needs to talk, and you care, and you hope he's all right, and just know everything's going to be okay. I know it's hard right now, but keep, your head up. This will all pass soon, and she'll never be forgotten. Something to that effect. Something along those lines. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't think I have anyone new. Zahira. Is Zahira with us still? Of course, Priyanka and Zahira. What do I need to know about my connection with Yusuf? Yusuf. Correct me if I'm saying that wrong, but you know what I mean. Okay. So what do you need to know about your connection with Yosef? What does the hero need to know about her connection with Yosef? Anything that you want us to know and understand about her connection with him? What does she need to know and be made aware of? Okay. Do you feel like there's a third party? Is that why you're asking? We're talking about a new, exciting experience, and then we're talking about 3 people involved. Could be exchanging of communication. Doesn't have to be a third party, but it could be represented. You said no. Okay. So it doesn't have to be. Could be, though. Just because you don't think it, it might be. We'll look into this. But basically, I'm saying that because the 7 of Swords. You see the 7 of Swords there. Sneaky motherfucker. So something's being hidden. Maybe it's a new exciting friendship, a new exciting emotional connection that they're having. Family definitely could be a part of that third party, but the thing is, it's sneaky. So you wouldn't know about it. You wouldn't just be like, oh, is it family? Because that would mean you'd know, right? So it'd be something that they're kind of hiding, from you. And it seems like they're engaging with another person that they are communicating with, exchanging ideas with, and why would they have to hide it from you? That's something that I'm going to question right now. Why do they have to hide it? What is the thing to hide here that they're keeping? They feel stuck, trapped, and this is also a mental thing for them. They're not really stuck and trapped, but they think they are. As you can see, as far as we know, she thinks, as far as she knows, she's got a blindfold on, her hands are tied, these swords are all around her, but really the swords are just sitting there. Her ankles are untied, so really, she can walk away at any time. And that's exactly what he can do as well, but he just doesn't know that. Because he's got this blindfold on, he feels like he's in a tight position, but it's really not. He is, and that's his reality, but it's really just in his head, so maybe he's feeling like he needs a little excitement in his life, and he's trying to engage with other people, not necessarily romantically yet, or sexually or anything, but just exchanging of ideas. Maybe it's somebody he met at work, or doing a project with, but it's someone who's trying to have passionate communication with, like something not passionate like romantic, although it could lead to that if it, you never know. It could, if they feel that enough with that person, but they're exchanging ideas with people, like they're getting out there, basically they're socializing more, they're communicating more, they're being outgoing, and they're trying to have other people in their life. Not necessarily romantically, but of course it could be. It could lead to that. But it's just exchanging ideas and getting other people, like talking with a bunch of other people, or maybe just one other people, not you, really. But it's sneaky, that's the thing. That's the thing about it that is questionable, is that it's sneaky. They're hiding it. They're not telling you. And it's right under your nose, too. It could be one of your friends or something. You never know. You don't know what it is, though. I'll assure you of that. You have no idea what it is. Strength. Okay. Leo person? Is there a Leo person around, or a Gemini person? Okay, so basically, though, if it's not, it's kind of telling me that, you should have strength in this relationship. Keep your strength, lean on those. Because this is still a relationship. You said he's a Leo and I'm a Gemini. Well, there you go. So, that's funny. Because this is Leo and this is Gemini. So, we have that. Leo, Gemini. And we have whoever's younger. Somebody giving someone something. I still feel like there is a connection there. Maybe it's not anything to worry about. It's saying that still, so that's good. Let's clarify this. What do you want us to know about this Leo person in regards to this relationship? What do you want us to know about this Leo person in regards to this relationship, please? Shows that they're leaving, or they're traveling, or they're taking distance, they're moving, they're, going across the sea. For some reason, they're taking distance. Maybe they're traveling, maybe they're moving. What else? The moon, Pisces. So they're confused about this. It's not something that's very, or maybe you are. Maybe they're not being very, straightforward about it. Like I said, 7 of Swords, they're kind of hiding it, right? You said he's going for a holiday soon. So it's like there is something that's unclear about it. There's no clarity in the situation. You're clouded. It's not like you can see exactly what that is and what he's going to do and why. You don't really know. It's kind of like he's leaving it up in the air, or he's just not being straight with you, or there's just questions you have, You're kind of confused about the whole situation. About him leaving, you're kind of nervous about that. And we have the devil. So beautiful, awesome, of course. Yeah, it's not like you're paranoid. I mean, it's the devil's here, so there is some kind of like, there is some kind of like toxicity here along with this confusion, and that's the devil is the author of confusion, right? So let's see why this is here, though. What is this thing? What do we need to know? Can you sum it up for us? What do we need to know about? Again, Seven of Swords. Okay, so there's something that you don't know here. And the devil's here too. And the Seven of Swords came out twice. So it's really trying to say, look, pay attention, because it is right under your nose. It's happening. Like in this card, he's taking the swords of all these knights that are in combat. You see back here these tents. The knights are sleeping at night because they have battle the next day. And he, in the night, is taking their knives and their swords, and he's just sneaking off with them, So basically, it's something that they're doing in a sneaky way, without you knowing. Could be right in front of your face without you knowing, And it's really not clear about the degree of what it is, or like what exactly they're doing, and that's the position you're in anyway, and that's probably why you're here. You said, what do I need to know about my connection with him? And yeah, obviously there is something that you need to know. Maybe everything isn't what it seems exactly, or you're putting too much trust in it when you already have bad feelings about it. You already know that there's certain things that you should be paying more attention to, or that you have questions about. You need to address those things, because this isn't going to go away, because you have a very good reason to feel that way. So that's Leo. That's what we need to know. What's the Six of Cups here for, though, between them? King of Swords. Three of Cups. So be honest with yourself. Is there something, like, do you feel like you're giving more to the situation, or do you feel like they're giving more? Like, do they pay for things? Do they pay for you? Do they support you, or do you support them? Or do you just feel like you're putting in more effort than they are? Like, there's a give in this connection that is off. Like, and it's asking you to be honest with yourself about it too, because the King of Swords is honest, straightforward. He's not even emotional in his communication. He's very just straight, he's just very facts and information that I need to know. That's it. That's all. So you're giving more, you said. So basically, you need to be honest with yourself about that, because that's what the King of Swords is saying, is like, be straight with yourself, be honest. He is nothing but honest with himself. So you need to be honest with yourself too, and understand that, that you are giving more. And there could be, again, a third party person here. It could just be talking about, like, you need to hang out with friends more and understand that you deserve better or something. There could be another person in the equation. We have the Seven of Swords twice. So I feel like, you're obviously giving more, and they're not a child, In this card, this person's giving to a child, and it's like, they're not a child. You're not their mom. They're not your kid. So you need to kind of understand the situation you're in and realize that, like, be honest with yourself. Do you even want to be in that situation? Do you deserve that? Whatever it is, like, you don't have time for all of that if they can't give what you're giving, And there is the devil, so it could be hard for you to break from this. It could be, like, hard for you to let go of it. Like, you might not want to do that. It might be difficult. But, this give and take here is not balanced. And they're not your child. You're not their mother. It shouldn't be that way. I think I'm going to leave it at that, actually. And you guys just know, these free questions, they're short and sweet. They've been a little bit longer today, but I try to keep them short and sweet so I can get to more people. as many as possible, because I do get like kind of my energy drained after a while, which everyone does who reads tarot. But so if you do want an in-depth reading, you want to ask follow-up questions, as long as it's about the same subject, you can donate. All of the information for that's in the description. So if you feel like that's you, like when I get to you, you're like, I have so many questions about this, like I can't just ask one thing, we can do that for a donation reading, okay? These free readings, I'm offering them, short and sweet. We'll get to the point, we'll try to figure out the main idea here. But, if you do have a longer question, more important question that you feel like needs to be more in-depth, it's $5. So, really can't beat that. Just go ahead and check it out if you're interested. If not, of course, you don't have to, but that's kind of what I'm offering here. I just thought of that now because I asked quite a few questions in this one, and I was thinking, I think that's enough information, because I have asked quite a few questions and tried to come to some kind of understanding about it all together. And you said that makes perfect sense, so that's good. So, and I was just thinking, like, if other people want that, it's like, because a lot of people really do want that, they have follow-up questions. I'm the same way when I get readings. It's like, but what about, and you just need to know more information. So, that's an option for you. Okay. So, there's quite a few people that I'm going to add really quick. Good morning. Yeah, those of you that are new, just make sure you're on, just make sure you subscribe. And yes, I will get you on here. Okay, I think I have everyone that's come since the last one. Right on. Love it. Swati, I will add you as well. Hi. Of course you can. The information for that, Emma, is in the description, and thank you. I appreciate that. And donation questions are, of course, a bit more in-depth, and we'll look, into more about the situation. Virtual hug. What's the new Scorpio's intentions with me? Or towards me? Okay, the new Scorpio's intentions towards me for love it. Love it. What do we need to know about love it's new Scorpio person? And their intentions. Right now, as of right now, what do they intend to do? Because that could change, right? As time goes on, their intentions will change, most likely. Not necessarily, but most likely. So right now, as of right now, what are his intentions with her? You already know. Okay, it looks like here you already know. And with the High Priestess, she's all-knowing intuitively. She doesn't have to be told things, she just knows. So whatever you feel like it is most likely what it is. But let's look further. Yeah, and it's confusing, isn't it? You're not sure. And that's funny because what you know is that you just don't know for sure what it is. And you might think you know, and it probably is that, but you still, your mindset is like you don't know for sure if that's what it is, and you're just a bit confused, you know? You're a bit clouded. Like it's not very clear what their intentions are, and that's why you're asking. Let's see what else. Yeah, don't jump into anything too quick because it seems like, and maybe this is how they perceive it too, that it was too quick. But basically, somebody here needs to understand that you need to think before you act. You know, don't fall head over heels immediately. Get to know the person first, and for them, they need to do the same thing. You know, maybe they're kind of having some regrets, or, you know, eventually it could turn into that because they took action too soon, or they made it something before they even really knew if they wanted it, and something to that degree. You know, they acted without thinking, and they're regretting it, you know? So you don't want that, so don't be that person. Hopefully that's not them either, but somebody in the situation is going to be doing something without thinking and kind of just, like, going for it, you know? And that's, you know, not always a good idea. It's a lot of times not a good idea, you know? So I don't know if they just got into a breakup, but eventually I do see them kind of like wanting to have some kind of a thing, even though this is at the bottom. I feel like they're disappointed. They're hard to please, you know? We have this energy of like disappointment or kind of just like thinking like things are not going to work out. Negativity from the start, you know? And so basically here they're not seeing the good in the situation. It's hard to please them. It's hard to keep them happy. But that's kind of what you're able to do. That's what you're doing. So good. But, eventually I do see them kind of coming around and offering you something more serious, or at least, you know, it seems that way. Maybe they don't mean it, but they're offering it. It's not saying that they don't mean it. I'm just saying that, like, it's not just because they offer it that it's necessarily gonna be all that they, you know, are saying it is. We have the moon here, so it's a bit confusing, you know? Girl, something's being hidden. Or not well understood. Something's like, you know, behind your back, under your nose. It has to do with a new beginning or some kind of... I have to shuffle a little bit better. And you're waiting. Waiting in vain for something exciting to happen while things are being taken from you, I guess you could say. You know, underneath, it's like you are giving, and you're getting stuff taken as well. Like, it literally could be financial, it could be monetary, of monetary worth, or it could be valuable, you know, in some way. And it's being taken from you. Without your knowledge, by the way, so it could be a close friend. I mean, you just never know with these situations. We have Temperance, Sagittarius, but also harmony and peace. So basically, like, you're waiting for harmony and peace to occur in your life, which is not a good idea because it doesn't work that way. You have to make it happen, right? So here, they're hiding this new beginning, or they're hiding this new adventurous thing they have going, and you're kind of waiting for them to come back around, and you're trying to stay positive. What are his... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I have to go. I found my cat. You guys have no idea how long we've been looking for a cat for like over a week right now. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Wait, did I answer that question? Did I finish it? I don't think I did. What were we on? I'm sorry. I just heard him crying and then it was him. I was so happy. I thought he was dead. I wasn't sure. Sorry. Yeah, okay, that you said that. I feel like he's trying to use you to heal. What was I feeling that was similar to that? Hang on. You feel like... You start, don't do it too quick. You're waiting, you want that harmony. He's hard to please, you know? He's disappointed easily already. Yeah, it's kind of like that vibe of like, he already like, feels, like you feel like rebound kind of ish. Like, I don't know for sure, but let's see. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. So happy right now. Okay. So, let's see. What is the energy between these two as we close out the year? What's the energy between them? Four of Swords. It seems like you guys will be taking a break from each other, but not an ending. In the Sun, something comes out. Something comes to realization. But why is it not an ending then? Nine of Cups. Like you said, maybe just to get over something, kind of to get what he wants out of the situation, not thinking about anyone else. Like, having your cups filled, not trying to share them, and probably even willing to take more. Shit, like greed, you know? So what is this not ending for? What is the Four of Swords here for? Why is it just a break at the end of this year? Or some kind of a rest period between you? What is it still going on for? You're waiting for what? And that came out twice that you're waiting. You still have hope. You like this person already, don't you? Like, a lot. Something about getting the community's support and the moon again. So it's like maybe people in your community are supportive. Maybe they're like, oh, you guys were cute together. And so you start to think like, okay, maybe it is good. Maybe they are, you know. And this is talking about like past connection type shit. Like from another life possibly. Or it's like basically, you know, it's like the past. It's a nostalgic feeling. Maybe this person makes you feel something that you haven't felt in a long time. Or you felt like this before with someone in your past. And you just kind of feel the same way with them. So you kind of feel like it's a good thing, or they're similar to someone you know, even if it's unconscious, you know? The life is frozen again, still? Okay. I don't know what to say. That sucks.